How's it going, Secret Sauce Hockey Team? It's your buddy Dave here, and today I have a special presentation called the Marchand Mindset. What we're going to do here is take a deep dive using the clues left behind by Brad Marchand's success to see how he used the law of assumption to program his subconscious mind to become the NHL player he is. Let's take a look at how he did this. Okay, let's start the story off though with a little background. First, we need to understand about Brad Marchand that he's basically squeaked his way through at every level, squeaking his way into the AAA midget team, squeaking his way into the CHL, squeaking his way into the NHL draft, drafted 71st overall, third round in 2006. Marchand's not a guy that was guaranteed to be an NHL player. People saw him with his size and he's always skilled, but maybe not like the beautiful skater like a Quinn Hughes or the fastest guy like a Barzal or McDavid. But he's always been a hard worker and he's always been skilled and improving. So, he got his way into the draft. But what I'm saying is you got to understand, which you probably know if you're a hockey guy, like he's not this 6'4" guy that you just say like a Braden McNabb from the Golden Knights where it's like, that guy's a hockey player. Like that guy literally had no choice. It was like, sorry, dude, you're going to be an NHL player. They told him when he was like 12 or whatever. He's like, okay, I guess I'm going to be an NHL player. But like, that guy would have had to prove to people that he can't play basically. Whereas Brad Marchand always had to prove to people that he can play. That's the difference. Okay. So Brad Marchand gets drafted. There's no guarantees being drafted in the third round that you're going to be an NHL mainstay. Marchand keeps working. And from 2006 to 2009, now 2009 he gets his shot with the Bruins. They give him 20 games. He gets a single point, 1 assist, and he has a -3 rating, okay, -3. It's looking like, well, I don't know. We don't know about this Brad Marchand guy at this point, right? He has his end of the year interview with the GM, and this is a critical junction in the story because this is where we start to see the clues, okay? Success leaves clues. Success leaves evidence, okay? And so he has this interview with the GM and the GM tells him, Brad, thanks for, everything this year. We hope to see you in training camp next year. Maybe you can make the team. And Brad Marchand's response is, he looks the GM directly in the eye and he tells him, I'm going to score 20 goals next season, okay? This is a pivotal moment in the story because this shows that by that point at the end of the 2009 season, Brad Marchand had programmed his subconscious mind using the law of assumption to be an NHL player that scores 20 goals in the 2010 season. He had become that person already to the point where when someone said, maybe you'll make the team, his mind, his subconscious mind won't accept that as a reality because his reality is that he's on the team. He plays in the NHL. So that's why he has to respond like that. Like he didn't think to respond like that. He responded like that automatically from his program running. I'm going to score 20 goals next season. Okay. That's a beautiful piece of evidence. And this, by the way, these little insights come from my buddy Sean O'Donnell, who's a professional hockey player. He plays over in Germany and he's a 20-year or whatever training partner of Brad Marchand there in Nova Scotia with the boys, Crosby and McKinnon and all that. So Sean's a wonderful guy and he's provided this information, which I'm now sharing with you guys. So now going into that summer, Brad Marchand, he also, like, the guys are hanging out and one of the things that Sean said is they were all hanging out and his roommate from the AHL is like, hey, Marshy, you want to be roommates next year. He's trying to make these plans. Brad Marchand looks at him like, what? I'm playing in the NHL next year, dude. Like, I can't be your roommate. You're talking about playing in the AHL for Providence? Like, I play for the Bruins, basically. All the guys have a good laugh. Haha, yeah, good one, Marshy. Okay, basically is their response, right? Because they don't understand that he had already programmed his subconscious mind using the law of assumption. Like, they didn't know this thing. Brad Marchand read this book called Champion's Mind, and apparently he really liked this book, and in this book, it gave him information that probably was the law of assumption worded in maybe not in the exact terms that I'm telling you so explicitly, but a lot of these like sports mental training books, they like basically use the law of assumption information and they kind of word it differently, or they present it in a way like they think people aren't going to believe it if they tell you what actually it is. So, but I believe you guys can believe it and use it and understand it. So I just tell you what it is. It's the law of assumption. So now Marchand has programmed himself to be this person. He's not trying to be this person. He's not like, it's not some far off thing like one day he will be this person. He is this person already in the summer of 2009, or I guess that's the summer of 2010. He already is this person, okay? And it's evident in everything he does. On ice training, the guys there in Nova Scotia, the pros skate twice a week, okay? Tuesdays and Thursdays. Well, Brad's booking like Mondays and Wednesdays also to get 2 extra days on the ice of skating a week. Also for the pro skates, when everybody else is hitting the showers, he's still out there practicing. He's still going, putting reps in, okay? He's doing extra, okay, right? Now off ice, the guys are doing interval sprints on the bikes. 2 minutes hard, 1 minute rest. And these are all pro guys, super competitive, right? To be a pro athlete at any sport, you're a competitive person. Well, Brad Marchand is putting them all to shame, basically. Like, he's outworking everyone. Everyone's going hard, but he's there, closed eyes, wincing in pain, just like going 120%, right? Like, if there is such a thing, well, Brad Marchand has figured out how to reach it. So he's doing all this, right? That's showing he's doing these things automatically, that these are what he has to do, okay? Maybe Braden McNabb doesn't have to go that hard on the bike. Maybe Braden McNabb doesn't have to book extra skates and do that, right? Some of these other guys, but for Marchand, that was what he needed to do. Now, let's look at like his mental toughness. Brad Marchand developed himself into this person, this NHL player who he doesn't ever get down on himself. There's no negative self-talk. You see him make mistakes on the ice, there's no slamming the stick, there's no looking up to the sky, there's no shaking the head, there's no dropping the head low. All of these body language things that show negative self-talk that you see a lot of NHL players even do, he's eliminated them all. Not for me, he says, I'm not doing that because I believe in myself 100%. Because Brad Marchand knows if he doesn't believe in himself 100%, no one else is going to believe in him. Right? Like, he's not the 6'4" Braden McNabb who people automatically are going to look at him and say, yeah, you're an NHL guy. He's 5'9", and you know, NHL's average size is, I believe, 6'1" still. So anyways, you get the idea with that. The other thing is with his mind state, he's also willing to do whatever it takes. He's willing to be the pest, willing to be grimy, willing to be gritty, willing to be hated by the entire fan base of the NHL other than his own team's fan base. He does not care what anybody thinks of him. He's going to do whatever it takes. He is a non-negotiable person. Whatever it takes for him to earn his spot and keep it, earn his ice time, he will do it. And yeah, just watching him, it's a beautiful thing to see. Like, the guy is mentally one of the strongest people. He's demonstrated this out of anyone I've seen. Like, period. This guy is amazing. What this is all showing is how he's, you know, become this person before the 2010 season, all right? He was already this person that plays on the Bruins and scores 20 goals. Now, the 2010 season comes around, and because he's been faithful to this vision, he's been faithful to it all summer, what happens? He plays for the Bruins, 77 games. He scores 21 goals, gets 20 assists, has a +25 rating. Looking fantastic, Brad. Like, already. That's, any NHL team wants a guy that scores 40 points, all right? You're locked in. You're set, okay? Keep doing that, and you're going to play in the NHL. But that's not all that happens. They go to the playoffs that year. He scores 11 goals and gets 8 assists in the playoffs, being a huge role in them winning the Stanley Cup. And yeah, he gets his name on the cup. So all of that was patterned after him programming his subconscious mind, using the law of assumption, becoming the player who he desired to be. And this is a power that is not exclusive to Brad Marchand, okay? It's a power that all of us have, that can be developed, it can be used, it can be learned. I can teach it to you. which I am doing here on this channel. If you watch these videos, you are going to know how to do this, period. So it's just up to you to do it. That's all there is to it. Now, I have a video that I made that goes through exactly how, step by step, how to program your subconscious mind. It's called the 4 Mighty Ones. Watch the video, do the things, and you will begin programming your subconscious mind. All the other information of these mental training videos is all going to supplement that and just make you mentally stronger than everyone else that you're competing with, and you're going to achieve your goals. And I'm super excited for you. Anyone who's watched this video this far and is watching these videos, like, I just want to say personally, congratulations, because yeah, you are putting in the extra work that's going to set you apart, and it probably already is. So just keep at it, and yeah, I'm stoked for you, because like, yeah, you're gonna, whatever your dreams are, you've got it. It's already done. So thank you so much for watching the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.